Welcome back to Culinary Classroom. I'm Chef Carrie Leonard. We're here at Johnson Wales University in the classical French kitchen, and today we are on Mother Sauce number 2. We made Mornay the other day. Today we are making a Hollandaise, a really good classic creamy egg and butter sauce. So we're going to start with a reduction. I've got a saute pan here, and I'm adding to this my wine. It looks like a lot of wine, but we're really going to reduce this down to much of nothing. A little bit of vinegar. And again, just a white vinegar to keep it white. And I've got a bay leaf and my peppercorns to give it some flavor. Remember, classical cooking is all about layers of flavor. All right. Well, while our wine mixture is reducing, we're going to go ahead and make something called clarified butter. I've put regular butter in here. It could be salted or unsalted, whatever works for you. And I brought it to a boil, but a very soft boil. And do you see all this? This is just impurities that come right to the top, and this is called skimming the scum. Of course, there's a French word for that, dépouillage, but we're just going to call it skimming the scum. Now, what happened is the whey proteins sank to the bottom. So they're all the way at the bottom, and as long as I don't dip too deeply, I'm not going to get those. So what I'm going to get is a really clear, clean butter for our Hollandaise. All right, well, now that I've gotten the scum off the top, I'm going to go ahead and take my butter that has been clarified and pour the top off. I only want the clear liquid on the top, and I'm going to leave behind all that white gunk you see in the bottom. You see that? As I get close to it, I want to leave it behind. So just pour nice and slow, and you're going to get this golden liquid. Look at that, okay? And you know what? I'm just going to live with the loss of a little bit of butter there. So I have some really nice clear stuff. Now this is what I'm going to be ladling into my sauce in just a moment. I'm going to get this ready to go. This is a little bit of water that I have in a stock pot that is going to act as my double boiler. You can see the steam coming off of this right now. I'm going to be able to put a pan on top of this, and I'm going to be able to make my sauce in here so my sauce never hits direct heat. So I have much more control over my sauce. Now that I've got my wine mixture reduced and cooled, I'm ready to bring it over into the bowl that I'm going to make the rest of my sauce in. I'm going to go ahead and strain that right in. Oh, got a few peppercorns I want to get in there. That's all right, I'll get them out. All right, put that over there. And I'm ready to bring in my egg yolks. I have 6 egg yolks right here. I'm going to go ahead and bring those in and start whisking. Get them all out. All right, we're just going to whisk this together, going to incorporate it, and now I'm ready to bring it back and forth over the double boiler so I can get a little bit of a ribbon going. You just want to keep it moving. You don't want your eggs to cook. Keep it moving. Keep it in one spot in the bottom of the bowl. Now I'm going to keep doing this until these become so thick that they make like a ribbon form, and I'll show you when I get there. All right, now what we've got is what's called a ribbon. See how it holds a shape a little bit? You can see how that leaves a ribbon form. That's called to the ribbon stage, and we're ready to start adding our clarified butter. So I'm going to bring this down off the heat for a moment, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on my rag or tea towel, whatever you might have handy. It's going to keep it from rolling around. I'm going to bring my butter in nice and close, and I'm going to be able to ladle in my butter a little bit at a time. I want it to just drizzle, and I've got a 2-ounce ladle here, and I need 2 ounces for every egg. I put in 6 eggs, so I need 6 ladles. Nice and slow. Let it drizzle in, and just keep incorporating. It's going to keep absorbing. Now that I got about half of this in, I'm going to go ahead and put it back over the heat, get it warmed up again. You can really see that it's thickening up here. All right, I'm ready to take it back off. And let's add some more of our good clarified butter. I already have 3 in, so I've got 3 to go. All right, so now we have the base of our Hollandaise finished. You can see how creamy that is. We just need a little bit more flavor. Always adding flavor, those French people. Here we go with a little bit of salt. And again, it's to taste. You have to get your palate right so that you know what's right and what's not so good. A little white pepper, again, trying to keep it white, keeping the color out. And some fresh lemon juice. Remember, this is the acid that we're adding. We already had a little wine and a little vinegar in there. That's going to bring our acid up just a bit more. Stir that in. All right, the last item going in is just a touch of hot sauce. You could put in a little cayenne. I like, 6, 7, 8 drops of a really good hot sauce. Mix that all in, and remember, we have to taste our sauce. You can't just make something and say, oh, I think it should be good. No, get in there and taste it. So we're gonna see how this is and see if it needs any kind of adjustments. Boy, look how nice and thick that is. Perfect. I wouldn't change a thing. So, I bet you know what your homework is. Make a Hollandaise. Find a basic recipe, make it for yourself and your family. I'm Chef Carrie Leonard for Culinary Classroom.